Hi, this is Chris, Video Game Dust Sleeves, and you're listening to the VGDS podcast with my co-host, Linda, aka the Gamer Girl.
What's up?
And my guest gamers, Bones06.
What's up, neighborinos?
Dan Cav Dragon.
Hello, everyone.
And Dizzy The Gamer Jit.
How's it going, everybody?
For our first segment, as usual, Sleeve It or Leave It. The first game is Game Genie for the Sega. Linda, would you sleeve it or leave it?
Nope.
I love that answer. Nope. Dan, sleeve it or leave it?
Yeah, only because Bones got me into sleeving accessories, so yeah.
Blame it on Bones, that's it. Bones, sleeve it or leave it?
Yeah, I would sleeve it just for the fact that it's one of those oddball sizes as well. So having a sleeve for that would be good if you definitely don't have the box. And even if you did, I still probably would throw a sleeve on it.
Dizzy, sleeve it or leave it?
I would sleeve that thing. If you're hardcore gaming, you're not really going to use that Game Genie much, so you don't want it on the shelf, collecting dust. You're going to want to sleeve that, keep it protected. So definitely, I would sleeve that Genie.
And the next title is Awesome Possum for the Sega. Dan, sleeve it or leave it?
I am going to say no. I don't have this game, and I never really had a desire to have it, so I wouldn't sleeve it.
Is it the name?
It just didn't look very cool to me. I don't know.
I mean, the box art looks pretty good. Bones, sleeve it or leave it?
I'm going to also go with Dan on that. I would not sleeve it.
Wow. Dizzy, sleeve it or leave it?
I'm going to be the third one to say I would not sleeve it.
Holy
anything
crap.
possum related, sorry. Can't do the possums.
Linda, sleeve it or leave it?
Heck yeah for the name and the box art.
Thank you.
Just to
Somebody
put on the
gets it.
sleeve, just
I
for the
respect that.
ridiculousness. Just to be like, I got awesome possum in my collection, everybody.
Yeah, not everybody's going to be able to say that, so yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
answer.
that's one of the random games you don't know about.
Okay, the next game is Corpse Killer for Sega CD 32X. Bones, would you sleeve it or leave it?
I think we all know the answer to that one, and that's a yes.
Dan?
Yes. Again, I went out and bought this game once I saw that Bones sleeved it, so I was like, hey, I want this game too.
Stop blaming me for all your problems, Dan.
Dan blames Bones every time for any kind of collection problem.
He's like, I'm in trouble again. I
Automatic.
spent too much money because of Bones.
He's been a bad
Automatic.
influence.
Any kind of sleeves or games that Dan doesn't have, he automatically blames it on Bones. Yeah, Bones convinced me to buy it.
I'm just hoping Dan further his collection along.
Yeah.
Linda, sleeve it or leave it?
Actually, no. I wasn't really into that kind of game. Like, I much as I like Night Trap and everything like that, I just didn't get into that one.
And Dizzy, sleeve it or leave it?
I would sleeve that. I have that on the regular Sega CD. I would actually 3D pop out sleeve that thing. That's what I would do to that.
That's what Bones actually did to that.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
No, you did that for
Nice.
T-Billy, didn't you?
No, this one, Corpse Killer. I did for you.
Oh, the Corpse Killer, yeah.
Yep.
Nice. I gotta see that one.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later.
I
It's
saw 8-bit
really nice.
glitch. I saw 8-bit glitch with the 3D pop outs, and those look nice.
Did I do a 3D pop out for him?
I think it was all Resident Evil for 8-bit glitch.
Oh, that was
Yeah, I think
Retro
so.
Mikey.
Oh, it might
Yeah.
have been. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? I think
Yeah,
so.
he did it. He did but he did it for a couple people, different things. Like he'll 3D pop a lot of stuff for everybody.
Yeah, those things look sweet.
Thanks. And the next game is NBA Jam for Sega CD. Dan, would you sleeve it or leave it?
I would have said no originally, but since I saw that you did a really great 3 pop-out sleeve for this one, I would definitely want to have that if I could.
Dizzy, sleeve it or leave it?
Definitely sleeve it. Like he was saying, 3D pop out that one, and anything Sega CD related is gonna look nice with a sleeve on it. So 3D pop out with that one. Yep.
Linda?
Boom shakalaka. That's a yes.
Bones?
I think I'm going to be the odd man out and say no for that one.
Whoa.
Gasp.
I would sleeve other NBA jams, but
Who's on fire?
I'm not interested in sleeving that one.
He's on fire, right?
Right.
Not even if I 3D'd it for you.
I mean, the 3D part is very enticing, but honestly, me personally, I have a really good experience and memories from the PlayStation 2 NBA Jam, so I would get that one done and 3D that one if I was going to get an NBA Jam done. The game has to have sentimental value of some kind of good importance for me to at least.
But it's
get the
NBA
3D.
Jam though. Whether it's on.
Yeah, but that's I'm telling you, I'm swapping. And
Damn
I'm doing
it.
a swap-a-roo.
Damn
okay,
it.
guys? We're gonna swap-a-roo the picture out. I'm gonna throw the PS4.
Oh yeah, we did that already for you, Bones. We did that with Night Trap. We did that.
That's exactly it. I'll throw the PS2 artwork on the Sega Cd one, and bam, there you go.
Yeah, I gotta
I'll
show you that
sleeve
one
it.
too, Dizzy. I changed the Night Trap artwork on the Sega CD 32X to the old style.
Oh man, that's gotta look nice.
Yeah, it looks good. Came out good. That was Bones' idea, actually.
Yeah, because I hated
did
that
you
box
3D
art.
pop out that one?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I got all the Sega CD 32X ones 3D popped.
Oh man, that's gotta look sweet.
And if you were looking for NBA Jam 3D popped, you talk to T-Belly. T-Belly has that.
T Belly.
Oh,
Yep.
T-Belly got the NBA Jam.
I gotta check that one out.
Okay, on to the next segment, which is Guess That Box Art.
We're gonna be tortured right now.
Yes, you guys are, because this is a reoccurring image that was in, like, I think 2 podcasts
Okay,
ago.
stop the torture and tell us what the box was it? Yes, Super Nintendo.
So
We're gonna
two
start slow.
podcasts
just be
ago-
I'm
tortured.
thinking Genesis, he said, but I could be wrong.
Yes,
I
this
have no
one
idea.
is Sega Genesis.
Boy.
We'll start with Dan. Dan, do you have a guess?
No, I still don't know this one. I mean, I'll throw out
Throw something out there.
X Mutants.
No.
X Mutants. Yeah, I probably
What?
guessed that last.
Okay.
I probably guessed that last time too.
You probably did.
Well,
Bones,
that would be funny if we all guess the same thing.
any guesses?
Did I say He-Man?
Yes, you
last
freaking did!
time?
Oh no, we're
Oh
not
my
gonna
God.
do well.
How did I know I see this right arm or left arm in the picture, and I just think He-Man, and then it looks like Donald Duck's bill is sticking out in the right-hand side. And Gozer from Ghostbusters just chilling out in the center. I don't know, man.
Bones, alright, I'll give
I
you
guarantee
another.
I don't have this game.
I'll give you
Saints Row.
another hint. You have this game. You recently acquired the box for
Wow.
this game.
Ah,
That narrows it down.
Really?
Yes, you did.
Now he's gonna go look at his
Don't tell
collection.
us.
No, I mean I'm trying to think.
Linda, did you have a guess, or are you just like anything? I told you guys to
it's
do your
not-
homework, and you guys, nobody did
Hey,
their
wait,
homework.
wait. You didn't. No, I don't have a lot of Genesis games, dude. That's my homework. I'm not gonna cheat.
You could look
I'm not gonna
online.
go
Just
look at it.
type in
this
Sega
is
Genesis
a
box
Genesis-
Like
art.
I'm gonna go through thousands of games and try to look for the box art.
You
for
never
that.
know. This is pretty well, it's not that common, but it is somewhat common.
Somewhat common.
Something that
helps
Dan
me.
knows too. Dan, you just talked about this game.
oh man, do I have this game?
Yes, you do. Dizzy,
Oh man, really?
Oh no.
do you have a guess, Dizzy, by chance?
I believe this may be a homebrew of Pumpkinhead and M. Bison from Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, what? That corner shoulder?
50, yeah, for the
That's
5200.
throwing off a lot of people. I think that corner part.
That's M. Bison for the 5200. This is a homebrew with Pumpkinhead. Maybe Donald Duck
tricking us?
is in there too. Well, I think
That's what
Dan
it
gave
is.
me. I think Dan just
Very
told us.
busy town.
This is This is Daffy Duck right here in the corner.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's my guess.
no.
Dude, like tell
Bones.
me that it's
Seriously,
a game
dude?
that I recently acquired is
But
not
you
gonna
have it in
help
your
me
collection,
anyway.
dude. Okay,
Dude,
well,
Linda, I added literally, I think, like 30 games
All right,
into my.
I'll give you.
collection.
I'll give
No.
you another hint. I'll give you another hint. The first word in the game starts with the letter G.
gee.
The second word in the game starts with a.
Star Heroes. I mean, I got that.
The second word in the game starts with a letter G. 2 G's.
Okay, I know what this is.
Okay, Dan. I knew you were
Is
going to
it-
know.
I know what it is.
Is it Gain Ground?
Yes, it is.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Once he said that, that was one of my new games I just got.
I don't ever
Well, at
recognize.
least we're not tortured anymore. We
Yeah,
found.
but see, you're saying G's here. I got Gunstar Heroes recently. I got Granada.
But you
I
did
got
get this.
Gain Ground. So I got all the Gadget Twins. I got all these G's that I just added in my collection. So that didn't really even make it that much easier.
But you did just acquire it not that long ago. So
That is very true. I did.
okay. You guys want some more
Thank
torture?
God that's over, guys.
You guys
I'm
want
sweating.
more? You guys want some more torture?
Oh no.
We'll start with Dan. Do you have a guess for this one?
I know what this
What
is.
system?
I already know what this is.
You actually know what this is.
I do. I do.
I kind of
Is this
figured you
system?
would. Okay, the system
This
is Atari 2600.
This is a great game.
Right.
Oh God, is it
Uh,
Easter?
What?
It looks like you're throwing Easter eggs into this dude's hat.
That's the game. If you know the gameplay, that's the game.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll start
no,
since
I
Dan
don't,
knows
so-
it. We'll start with Linda. Linda, you got a guess?
Eggs.
Yeah, eggs.
That's a
I
good
don't
start.
remember what
That
game
is a
I
very
played
good
that had
start.
eggs in it.
It's extraordinary.
Oh, stop with the puns. Oh no.
That was a little
Okay.
extreme.
Oh no.
Never too extreme on here.
Oh boy. I have no idea, man, right now. I'm drawing a blank. You can move to the next one and then come back to me. I'll think about it. Okay, 'cause I'm
Go
trying to
ahead,
think of
Dizzy,
what
got any
games I
guesses?
played.
The only egg-related game I know is Dizzy, that little egg thing. I don't think this is it,
No.
but that'll be my guess.
That was a good guess, though, but no, that's not it.
No idea. I don't know any other egg-related games.
Bones,
Explode? I don't know, man.
getting closer.
Blues Clues Egg Spectacular?
Egomania? I
Yes.
think that's the
Yep.
only thing I.
That's it.
What?
Whoa, she
What?
got it.
Yep.
Nice.
Excellent.
I was
Excellent.
trying to remember the title. I was like, I know I played a game with.
That's
an
why I
egg
kept on with the
before.
eggs, like eggs.
This game is a Kaboom ripoff. So this chicken.
Yeah, yeah, because I played. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you, it's like I think it's on my RetroPie. That's where I found it.
Yeah.
Because I was bored one day and I was playing all the Atari games and I was like, excellent.
And then you catch the eggs, and then if you catch them all, you get to throw them back at the chicken, and then you get
Yeah.
to knock his
It
feathers
was literally a copy and paste of this other game. Yeah. I was like, I remember playing this game. I just don't know what the other game was, and I was like, yeah.
It beats me.
You definitely try to
joke.
try it.
I don't have that one yet in my collection.
I don't
Oh
either,
boy.
but Dan does.
off. Yes, it's a good game. I like that.
Okay, on to the next segment. Logo sleeve of the month. This month goes to Melody's Playroom. This happens to
snap,
actually
I think
be
I know her.
Dizzy's daughter.
Yes, my little 7-year-old retro gamer. Man, and she actually does game these games. Like, if you guys seen the live stream, she did Castlevania a blind run, got all the way to the boss, and she's been playing retro games. Man, I'd say probably since 2-3 years old with me and my wife. So she's doing her thing, man. She's real good. And this was a new dust sleeve I actually ordered for Quesadilla Padilla and his daughter, the Double E Gamers. They got a retro channel themselves, so I actually made them. I had Chris make them a dust sleeve for their channel, and this one for Melody's Playroom to gift them. So it looks beautiful. And Chris has actually done a Nintendo Switch dust sleeve for us for 3DS as well. It all came out perfect, and they look beautiful, man. It's like a work of art. That's how I see it.
Well, thank you. But Melody's logo sleeve is available for sale. Proceeds do go to her and her channel. So
Nice.
please, by all means, anybody that's out there listening, contact me. You can contact Dizzy even. and he'll bring you to
no,
me.
no. Contact Jojo, the boss.
Okay,
Not Dizzy.
contact JoJo then.
You got to go through her first.
Reach out to any one of us. We'll be able to make it happen. Okay, on to the next segment, and this is Franchise of the Month, which, Dan, it's all you.
All right. Well, every month I try to do something a little bit different for this franchise of the month. I don't want it to get stale. So normally I pick out one franchise and we all go around and discuss it, but I'll ask different questions. But this time I wanted to not really focus on a franchise, but talk about best-selling games of all time. And so I have a series of questions, or a series of it's kind of like a game show, a series of questions here, and then you guys are going to guess or try to guess the right answer. All right, let's start off at the top, and you'll see there's 4 pictures here. Pac-Man, Super Mario Brothers, Wii Sports, and Tetris for the Game Boy. And so my question for this one is, what is the best-selling game of all time for a specific console?
Also
So-
not franchise, but just the specific console.
Yeah, because not because Mario Brothers on every single system, Pac-Man's on every single system, just for single game for a single console. Out of these 4, which
Got it.
Ooh, that's tough.
I'm gonna say Tetris.
okay. Other guesses or
Is it out of those 4 right there? Pac-Man, Mario, Wii, and
yes,
Tetris?
one of these games is the best-selling console game of all time for a single.
I'm
console.
gonna say Mario Brothers, the classic.
Yeah, see, I'm torn between that and Wii Sports. I'm gonna go with Wii Sports.
I'm gonna go with Tetris.
The answer is Wii Sports. Very good, Bones.
Oh snap!
Thank you, thank you.
Do you know
Wii
what
Sports-
order they are in, Dan, by
Yeah.
chance?
Wii Sports, because it was bundled with every single Wii.
Yep, that's
Oh,
what
That's
I
yeah.
not what I
The-
think about
makes
Tetris
sense.
because it was bundled with
That's
every
what I
Game Boy.
thought.
But yeah, so and that sold a whopping 82 million copies,
Woo!
which
That's a lot.
is double that of Super Mario Brothers, which sold 40 million copies. But closely behind that is Tetris, and with 35 million copies, and Pac-Man was way behind that.
Yeah, I don't think Pac-Man has sold a lot. I think that was the worst version of Pac-Man on 2600.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yep. All right, you got the gist of this now. So let's go on to let's stay with old school retro, and then just- now I put Pac-Man on there. Doesn't mean it was the number 1 selling console, because it wasn't obviously the right answer. So now you see the next set of images here: E.T., Pac-Man, and Pitfall. So which one of these is the best selling Atari 2600 game of all time?
Pitfall.
Yeah, I'll say
I'm gonna say-
Pitfall.
I'm gonna say ET.
I'm torn, but I'll go with ET.
All good guesses, but nobody got it. It is Pac-Man.
What?
Jesus,
Oh dang!
Yes.
Oh
I
man.
suck at this.
We all know the story of ET and getting it buried in the desert because they produced so many copies. Pitfall is definitely, I think, one of the best games for the system, so that deserves
Oh,
to be
yeah.
the number 1 selling game of all time.
Definitely.
But no, Pac-Man, because it was the first, I guess, home version that everybody had and wanted.
Yeah, because the arcade, it was just
yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
At the time, Pac-Man fever was definitely big in the country. So it sold 7 million copies. Pitfall had 4 million, and ET had 1.5 million or 1.9 million.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Surprised it had that many.
All right.
I thought the underdog would pull through.
I actually have an Atari CIB in my daughter's room, so yeah, we have one. So
I have one too.
there's
Mhm.
plenty of those things around.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
man,
right.
these are getting harder and harder now.
All right, yeah, this is a close one. This is gonna be tough. So, same thing. PS1, and try to put these in order if you can. Which games do you think are the best-selling games of all time? We got Crash Bandicoot, the flagship title for Sony, Final Fantasy VII, which they just remade that for PlayStation 4. Gran Turismo. Plenty of those driving games on the PlayStation. Metal Gear Solid, everybody, that was a great game for that system. Resident Evil, the original game, and Tomb Raider. We were talking about Tomb Raider. I think that was one of the franchises of the month in the previous podcast.
That was.
So you want us to try to order these out?
Yeah, best you can, but try to guess which one's the best selling and try to figure out which one, what order they're in, more or less.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'd say Final Fantasy first, Tomb Raider, Crash, Metal Gear, Resident Evil, then Gran Turismo.
Bones?
Right?
For me, I'm gonna go with probably Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy, Crash, Crash, Gran Turismo, Metal Gear, then Resident Evil.
Linda, you want me to go or you want to go?
I don't care. You tell me.
Go ahead. I'll go last. Not like it makes
Okay.
a difference.
So I'm gonna say Gran Turismo because that was really popular when I had that at the time. And I'm gonna go Final Fantasy because RPGs are really popular. Then I'm gonna say, you know what? Everybody likes a good, Tomb Raider. So I'm gonna say Tomb Raider. Crash and Metal Gear. No, I'll say Crash because Crash had more kids. And Metal Gear. And then I'll say Resident Evil because I don't think many people had Resident Evil because it was all blood and gore.
Well, these were all big sellers when they first came out.
Yeah, but you gotta also go by market because RPGs really do well. And then
Yeah, they
racing is universal. Everybody thinks about racing all the time,
All right, so let me figure. Let's see here.
I think everybody did it, right?
I'm doing it now.
Just,
Oh,
just
sorry.
as well,
Yeah, it's just me. I'll go with Crash first, then Tomb Raider, then Final Fantasy VII, then Resident Evil, then Metal Gear, then Gran Turismo.
Okay, Dan, did you take notes?
Well, yeah, I was like 6 is kind of tough. I had to start writing this down, but
I was waiting for it.
He thought about that and he was like, "Oh no!"
I am blown away because one of you got them exactly right.
Really?
Which one? Oh,
And the winner is Linda. She got it every single
Wow,
one.
Good
really?
job, Linda.
Way to go,
wow!
Yes, I was when I first looked at this list, I was like, Gran Turismo, how can that be the most best-selling game? But
I was thinking Universal because everybody can race.
yeah,
You don't have to be the best at racing. You know what I mean? Like Metal Gear, I was like, that's got to be lower because you have to think about it. Resident Evil, you have to think about it. Not many people want to be, doing really intricate puzzles. Like, you play any of those games, you're gonna be like, no. RPGs are usually doing well too. Everybody's all about them.
So give us the order, Dan, again.
it was Gran Turismo with 10.8 million copies sold.
Wow, that's a lot.
But it narrowly edged out Final Fantasy at 10 million copies sold. Tomb Raider was third, 7.1, and Crash Bandicoot is very close behind, 6.8 million. Metal Gear was a little bit further down, 6, and Resident Evil was 5. So, wow,
Nice.
nice job.
Good job, Linda.
Nice job, Linda.
I should
Yeah.
definitely have started going into the market.
We should stop the segment here because it's
I'm not gonna go downhill from here. I'm not gonna do that well.
But let's jump ahead to the
Oh my
Xbox
God.
360. There's only
Oh,
5
no.
titles. We
Only
got-
5 guys.
Only 5.
Only
Just-
5.
it's-
Don't worry.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
so not that bad. We got one less.
By the way, I'm doing these in alphabetical order. That's why they're arranged this way. You got Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, Doom 3, Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo 3, and Kinect Adventures.
And you want us to order these too?
Same thing, yeah.
Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna go with Connect Adventures, Grand Theft Auto, Halo 3, Call of Duty, and then Doom.
Alright, I'll go next. I'll say Halo first, Call of Duty, GTA 5, the adventure one on the bottom, but then Doom.
Right?
I'm next.
Yeah, go ahead, Linda.
So I'm gonna say Connect also because that was on the console selling with everybody.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go Call of Duty because everybody's all about them Call of Duty. Then I'm gonna go. Let's do Halo, then GTA, and then Doom. Do that.
Okay. I got Connect Adventures, then Halo, then Grand Theft Auto, then Call of Duty, then Doom.
Let's see. Well, let's.
He's still flustered.
Yeah, no.
All right, Linda got them all right again.
I know.
Oh wow.
This time, okay, you guys were all picked up pretty quickly on the Kinect Adventures thing, so that was the #1 selling game of on
Okay.
Xbox 360. But Bones got it the closest. He just
Nice.
mixed he mixed two of them up. But Kinect Adventures is the #1 selling game for the Xbox 360 at 24 million copies. Sorry.
Ooh.
Grand Theft Auto, which Bones got right, was next, close behind at 22.9 million. Third, Bones, you said Halo, but it's actually Call of Duty, 14.7 million. Halo is right behind that at 12.1 million. And Doom, I just threw that in for Bones' sake, but it's not even on the list. It's like not even top 50 games.
I know. That's why I was wondering why it's in there.
But
Yeah, I picked that one last too.
I think
Yeah,
everybody
you all
put
got
that last.
yeah, you got all that. You got all. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Y'all got that right. All
Nice.
right, something more modern, and you're down to 4 games to choose from.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Best-selling PS4 games, and this is still ongoing, so this data may change over time. But as of right now, the latest figures: Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Grand Theft Auto 5 again, Spider-Man, and Uncharted 4. Which of these 4 games is the best-selling PS4 game? And if you can put them in order.
Go ahead, Bones. You started off. We'll just keep the same order.
Man, this is pretty tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with, let's say, I'm gonna actually say Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Spider-Man, and Drake's Uncharted. I'm gonna go in the order that they're there.
Okay.
I would say GTA first, Call of Duty second, Spider-Man third, and Uncharted fourth. I'm actually going in the same order.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say GTA 5 because it's selling really well. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man next because it was Game of the Year, I think. Then I'm gonna do Uncharted because it was like a staple of PS4. And then I'll do Call of Duty.
All right.
I'm gonna do Call of Duty, Spider-Man, Grand Theft Auto 5, then Uncharted.
All right. Well, this was a little bit of a trick question because 2 of them are tied for the best-selling at 20,
Oh, how dare you? How dare you?
at 20 million. So no, whatever way you would have guessed it, it would have been right. But that being said, Linda, you still got this right. Perfect.
What? Clap.
Grand Theft Auto and Spider-Man are both tied at 20 million copies so far.
Wow. Okay.
Uncharted is third with 16, and Call of Duty is right behind at 15. So these are all really close.
Oh, it could have been
yeah.
either way. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are pretty close. All right, very good. You guys know your modern consoles pretty well. All right, last one. Let's finish this off with the Neo Geo, if you recall that.
Oh, okay. So only 2 games. Okay, good.
Yes,
Get a
it's
50-50 shot.
well, it's very heavy It's a very heavy on the fighting games, the brawler, the beat 'em ups, the fighting games. So it's known for that. But 2 of their this is getting back to the franchises now. But 2 of their leading franchises are the King of the Fighters and Samurai Shodown series. Simple question: which sold more, King of the Fighters '94, which is the first in the series, and Samurai Showdown, which is the first in that series?
King of Fighters. That's my guess.
I'd say King of Fighters. Anything with fighter in the title.
Linda?
I'm gonna say Samurai Showdown.
And I'm going to go with Samurai Showdown.
All right, 2-2 split. Numbers are pretty close, but again, Linda's on the hot streak. Samurai Showdown is outsold King of the
got it.
Fighters.
Yes.
I think we're going to have to bring this back again, Dan, and see if Linda can actually do this again.
Okay, I'll accept the challenge. That'd be dope.
It's So Samurai Showdown, 337,000 copies.
Nice.
Remember, these games are damn expensive, and they're like arcade boards.
Yeah,
And
they literally are.
so
It's
selling
like
that money is pretty
a
impressive.
VHS tape size.
Yeah.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah, you're damn straight. It is bigger
Yeah,
than
they're
that.
bigger. Yeah.
The console is even massive too. Like it's like ridiculous.
And then King of the Fighters sold 260,000 copies.
Ooh.
Okay, so and to the right, here's just a bonus question: who sold more? did Samurai Showdown or Muscle for the NES sell more?
Oh, this is gonna be like a trick question.
I'd say Muscle for NES because not a lot of people had Neo Geo.
That's what I was thinking too, Diz.
Yeah, I think I'm in the
Yeah.
same boat, so I'm going to say Muscle.
I'm gonna say Samurai Showdown just to change it up.
Well, the answer is Muscle. Muscle
Ooh,
sold more
yeah.
copies than these two combined.
I had a feeling because everybody
Yeah.
had Muscle, everybody played Muscle.
I don't
everybody-
have Muscle.
Everybody had
God damn
enough
it.
NES.
Yeah, I didn't have this game, so I thought it was kind of.
I don't have it
obscure,
either.
I've never even seen it.
but That's
No.
why I figured that might throw some of you off. Like this is kind of an obscure game, but I guess not. I guess Muscle was more popular than I thought.
But I don't know anybody with the Neo Geo back then. Nobody I knew had it.
No,
So.
I didn't either.
Only the rich people had it.
Yeah.
I only know someone now.
Oh, yeah. His name is Dan Cav Dragon. Matter of fact, I have one of his games.
No, I don't have Samurai Showdown. No, I don't have it.
We need to get
We
Samurai
gotta
Showdown.
change that.
Matter of
Hey,
fact, I have Dan's Neo Geo game in my house right now.
Oh my god, that's a heck of a template.
Yes,
Yep.
it's getting a sleeve. So pretty
Oh, of
soon, Neo
course.
Geo sleeves will be available. For
Wow, how big is that sleeve? How much paper does it take?
it's gonna probably be at least one piece, a whole piece of paper.
Oh snap!
So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big sleeve. But hey, I can add Neo Geo to the list of sleeves that I can do. So all right.
So, yep, that's my segment for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was something a little bit
Yeah, it was
different.
good. I
Like it.
enjoyed it
It was
all.
fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of
man.
fun. Yeah, we got to keep this one around, Dan.
All right, sounds good.
All right, on to this next little segment here, which is not little because we're going to have Dizzy talk a little bit now. Get to know him a little bit better. Get to know what he does, what he collects, and all that fun stuff. So, Dizzy, go ahead and
Yeah,
take it away.
I'm Dizzy the Gamer Jit. My YouTube channel is Dizzy the Gamer Jit. Jit is just a Florida word. It just means like kid or youngster. I have a streaming channel on YouTube. I do a lot of retro games. I was doing Mario Kart N64 earlier today. I do a lot of PlayStation 2. I got a nice PlayStation 2 collection. Well, really, I started the channel more before I even had my own channel. It's really all about my daughter's channel. My streams and whatever I do is more to like promote her channel. I'd say about when she was 5 years old, I gave her like a camera and she would record stuff, just regular stuff around the house. And then one day she came up to me and she told me, I was searching my name on YouTube, but nothing popped up. I want to see my videos. So I had to explain to her, there's a editing process to put your videos on YouTube. So she wanted to do that. And she's been gaming since about 2 years old, since a young kid, all retro games, the stuff me and my wife would play. Super Mario World. So she's real good at the old school retro games. Most kids her age, 7 years old, would be playing like the newer games. She has her Switch. She does play newer games, but she likes the old school. And I didn't have these consoles that she has now. Like she has the GameCube. I didn't have that as a kid. So she gets a lot of gaming in, and I just use my channel more to promote her channel. In 2021, I want to kind of get more kid viewers on her channel. So, I got a lot of stuff planned for the future for her channel. So I just promote her channel with my channel. Now I'm learning the editing process a little bit more, so I can actually promote and put edits on my channel to promote her channel even better.
Okay.
But that's what I do. I collect VHS, DVDs, vinyl, the regular retro stuff. But my channel's more for like streaming.
Um, what is your daughter's channel? You didn't mention that. I just want
Oh,
to be able
it's
to. You can.
Melody's Playroom. Melody's Playroom on YouTube, and we're actually looking at her dust sleeve that Chris made earlier. That's her channel, Melody's Playroom, and she does streams with me. We do small little funny videos and skits every now and then. Um, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been meeting a lot of people, got a lot of nice people, good friends like Linda, that helps us out a lot, and people like Quesadilla and his daughter Emma, Double E Gamers channel. She's another kid gamer like my daughter, so they're friends, and it's fun to meet a lot of people, good people like me in the retro community that are doing the same thing with their kids. I know Zombie JLT has his son, that's also a retro gamer, and he's real good. We got Miss Croft. Yeah, Miss Croft has her son, a young gamer as well, and we're just having fun with it. We don't take anything too serious. We're just having fun with it. But now that I'm learning the editing process, my daughter actually told me the other day that she wants to learn the editing process as well. So as I'm doing it, she gets to watch me and she gets to learn, and I think it'll be good for her in the future. As she grows, her channel can grow along with her, and she can get better at the editing process. And I'll let her take the wheels and do whatever she wants with her channel. So like I said, my channel is just to promote her. I don't take anything serious on my channel. I do little gaming here and there. I'm not the best, but whatever I do is just to advertise her channel, Melody's Playroom.
What do you collect the most?
The most I would say physical media, like movies. Right now I'm looking in front of me. I got VHS on one side and DVD on the other. I would say probably VHS though. It's just a cheap hobby. The movies always have been like less than $1 each, so it was something that I could do even when I didn't have a lot of money. Go out buy a couple VHS for a couple dollars. And now, I got plenty of movies now, so that's what I collect the most. I would say movies.
Even over games?
Even over games, yeah. For the most part, my daughter Melody's Playroom, she inherited all my collection. So all the retro games that I have, they're all hers now. They're all in her room. If you look at her videos and her pictures on Instagram, you'll see she has all the consoles right under her TV, and she plays them. They're all plugged in, and she plays them. She gets down on the GameCube, the PlayStation 1. You wouldn't expect her to be playing PlayStation 1, but she loves it. She actually
Yeah.
has the Lightspan Adventures for PlayStation 1.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, the reason for that is, um, I was looking up educational games for PlayStation One for her, because we had other PlayStation One games we would play together like Blue's Clues and Rugrats and Miss Spider's Tea Party. But I looked up educational games for PlayStation One on I googled it, and that came up. That was real obscure. I never even heard about it. So I bought her that for Christmas, and I think about maybe 2 days before Christmas, that's when the AVGN video came out for Lightspan Adventures. So I'm like, man, that just blew my mind. I never heard about that those games, and I bought it for my daughter. And the Angry Video Game Nerd, he came out with that video right as we were opening the Christmas present. So it all came full circle. It was awesome.
Nice. Linda, questions?
Yeah. If your channel name wasn't your channel name, what were the other options for your channel?
Man, as you know what? Before I even had, like I said, I didn't do it. Wasn't even thinking about streaming or anything like that. Before I was gonna do like some funny stuff, but the name I had planned for myself before was actually the um the average American nerd. The reason for that being that, like, you think of, I don't know, I think you think of a nerd, it might look like James Rolfe for somebody, but you know, nerds come in all different shades, all different sizes, male, female. Nerds are all over this country, so my name was gonna be the average American nerd. You look at me, you know, I look different, but the average American nerd probably looks different out there. It's not what you would expect. It's all different shapes, colors. It could
Nerds!
be anybody. So that was gonna actually be my name way before Dizzy the Gamer Jit. Dizzy the Gamer Jit, I just thought of that on the spot because it sounded funny to me, and I figured that anybody from Florida would understand what that was and would laugh at it and relate to it. Because Jit's just a Florida name for little kid that we use all the time over here. So that just sounded funny to me. So I just said, that's my name, Dizzy the Gamer Jit. But way before that, it was gonna be the average American nerd.
Nice. So, if you could travel anywhere video game related, where would you go and why?
Wow. I'm thinking Grove Street. I'd be kicking it on Grove Street, GTA San Andreas. Try not to get in trouble. But it is California, so I'd probably be in the Hollywood Hills up there somewhere, driving around in a Bentley.
With a get out.
A Bentley with hydraulics and 20-inch rims.
Ooh, right.
You hear the hydraulics.
Yeah.
Yup, here comes
Pop it.
Diz.
Everybody looking around, what's going on?
That'd be me right there. Driving around Grove Street, driving into the Hollywood Hills in a Bentley with hydraulics, a gold painted one. Either that or the Simpsons. Either that or the Simpsons hit and run, or Simpsons game. Those two would be fun.
Yeah, man. If you were to be there, that'd be hilarious. I would see you not actually going to like Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'd see you on every landmark for GTA ever made, and you'd be like throwing up the peace signs and everything like that.
Taking pictures
of every single street sign, be like, I was here in GTA, and now I'm here in this one.
I'm on Grove Street.
San Andreas.
That'd be me right
Actually,
there.
you can go to the one in New York for GTA 4 also.
Yeah.
Forget about that one.
Liberty City, yep. That'd be fun too.
Yeah. I'm gonna see you in a few minutes. Dizzy's on a plane to New York for no random reason other than just to go take pictures in all the neighborhoods. That would be hilarious.
Would be awesome, though.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Dizzy? Oh, I'm just going to New York. Oh, are you gonna go see? You're gonna go to the Broadway? No, I'm just gonna go visit all the neighborhoods from GTA.
Gonna take some pictures over here on this corner.
No Times Square? No, I don't have time for that.
Just this section right here, this street crossing right here. This is where I'm gonna take pictures.
This is where I kill most people, right in this corner.
Yeah.
This is where I steal the cars. Steal the cars right here.
That happened here.
I punched this guy
Somebody's
right in the
with
face.
the bat right there.
Out of all your GTA games, which one is your most favorite?
Man, that's really hard, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why that's hard. Because Vice City was so great when it came out, being that it was the 80s and it was Miami. I'm in Florida, so Vice City was great, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I do love it a lot. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. San Andreas, out of the PlayStation 2, it was probably the best made, with the most additions and the most things you could do, the biggest map. But again, it wasn't my favorite. Even though you could do all the crazy stuff, get a Bentley, put hydraulics on it, drive around. I love it, but GTA 3, I'm gonna say that has to be my favorite. When it first came out, it was just groundbreaking. Everything was brand new. I did have GTA 1 on the PlayStation 1, and that was top down. It was like somewhat like 8-bit, and it wasn't that exciting. But once Grand Theft Auto 3 came out for the PlayStation 2, you put it on, and it was brand new. It was like an open world. You could do anything you wanted to. You can beat somebody up with a bat. Like, that was brand new. Getting chased by the cops, that was brand new. We never saw that in the game
I
before.
know exactly what you're talking about because
Yeah, all this
that
craziness.
transition from the top down to 3 was humongous. That was a huge leap.
Exactly. It's
Well,
like
there's still
we never
something
saw that
fun
before.
about the old ones too. Running around with that top-down view, it's just something that's just nice to go back and play once in a while.
But
Yeah,
3 was revolutionary.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
man, you were there, Chris. You know what I'm talking about. It was like
Yeah.
we never saw anything like this before, and that you could just do anything you wanted in this game. You know,
What was even more fun was the fact that talked, like full
Yeah.
conversations. Like most of the other games
exactly.
that had just came out for the PS1 and the PS2 were not very many were talking.
Yeah, you walk
Even if
down
they
the
were
street,
talking,
yeah.
it was like one sentence. Like they had NPCs talking. You had
Yeah.
interaction among people. You did something, they reacted back. It was never heard of. Like it was just the NPCs walked. They did their thing. It was repetitive. You saw them spawn in one place, walk, leave, spawn, walk, leave. This was the first time I ever saw somebody actually. You hold a gun to them and they reacted.
Yeah,
It's either
you
good or
walk down
bad,
the
and
street, everybody be talking,
they
having
were
different
so good. They were better than
conversations.
Cyberpunk right now.
And
That's how sad it is.
and you could drive your car down the road to a corner,
Yeah.
maybe pick up somebody, go into an alley. You know what I'm saying?
Get your health up.
And you got your health
never
bonus and you
saw that
walked away.
anywhere. You
Hell
never
no.
saw that in any other
No.
game.
And that was the
No.
first and last time I played that game.
And you wonder why it got so much heat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then I had to wait until I put it in my room and just I was like, okay, I won't do this, I won't do that, I won't kill anybody. I had no fun for a little bit.
Contain yourself.
Your dad walks in. Why is that car shaking? I picked up a lady of the night.
Lady of the night.
Boy, you don't even know what it is. She just said you want some good time and I needed some health bonus.
Well, the best
I didn't know what it meant.
Then you'd kill
I
him
just
and take
thought
your
she
money
was
back.
she was giving me some medicine and it was just very aggressive with the medicine.
Yeah, you get out the car later, you drive around the other corner, you get out the car, you take her out, beat her ass, and then take the money and go
Get the
away.
money
So
back.
that was
Yeah.
that was the sad truth, but a lot of people did that.
Everybody did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a few that were like, I feel bad. I need to leave her the money. There's some people that were like that.
Even the
Like
fact that
you.
you could change the radio station was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
Yep.
was.
Come
I
on.
bought
The
the
music,
soundtrack.
yeah.
I bought the
Oh,
soundtrack
yeah.
for
Oh, yeah.
3 and San Andreas. I have those still. Those
Yeah.
were fun.
GTA 3 basically has the Scarface soundtrack right on it.
Yep. And
I was
then,
one of the first to do that.
yep.
Yeah, that was so cool.
There's so
And
much
then
memory.
Vice
It was
City
destroying the
had
PSP.
like all the 80s music on it.
Yeah, exactly. All the 80s.
Oh, you know what's
stations.
funny though? Like, see how much load it had and everything. Like everything that was like the glitches were my favorite of the GTA because there were so many bugs. Like even with playtesters, there was so many bugs because they just could not go back in and fix it. I just loved the bugs that they had.
Yeah, you
That's my
fall through
favorite.
the sidewalk and then
Yeah.
end up flying through the
Underneath
sky
the
and
town,
falling.
looking at it like, what just happened? I don't know what's going on. I can't. What? That was fun to see that. Like there was no patches, and that was my favorite. Like unless you wanted to buy the new version of the game, you return it and get the new version. You could do that. But who does
Nah, who
that?
wants to do that?
And that was still back when you could enter in codes easily and not have to worry about anything. I used to love doing that. It was so much more
Yeah.
feasible. You didn't have to worry about getting a Game Shark out
Yeah.
or anything like that.
You
Oh,
could get like
yeah.
the
Yeah,
unlimited
I mean,
ammo.
other
Yeah, it
than
was
you couldn't
nice.
do certain missions, that was the only like downfall of like doing those codes.
Yeah.
Like, they would hold you down to like go, okay, you can't do these side missions because you have unlimited ammo, or you can't get this one because you have unlimited money. You don't need this one.
Well,
Oh.
I always had a second save file so that if I just wanted to run around and gun people down and mow them over with the car, or that's the save I would use. So
Yeah,
it was
same
always
here.
good to have that.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I'd have a different save slots for when I wanted to just do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I
exactly.
like the mission, if I like the mission a lot, I when I'd beat it, I'd save it in another spot. That way, if I ever wanted to go back to that one mission, I can go back. But that was the fun thing about the game. Even when you beat it, you would always go back, keep playing it,
Mm-hmm.
keep beating it, try finding new glitches, finding new things, finding new ways to beat the mission, and it was fun. Like even if you beat it, I would always go back. And then when you had all three of the games, three Vice City and San Andreas, if I beat San Andreas, I'd go back to Vice City, beat Vice City, go back to GTA 3, and I would just keep them in rotation. It never got boring, never.
Oh, they were. That's the one of the fun things about it was it had so much replay value for an old
Oh
game.
yeah, oh yeah.
It
I mean,
was
I'm
hard
still
to
playing
do.
them now. I'm still
Yeah.
streaming that stuff.
Playing GTA 5 as we speak, just running around playing it just to have fun again. Just because it was so innovative again to have three main characters and you switch between them during the mission. I thought I was like, oh man, that's gonna be hard, that's gonna be difficult. But then when you actually get to play it, it's so cool. Like, and you could pick different like endings and different things, and oh man, like they never have stopped innovating. They keep going, trying to figure out the new best thing. Even with
Oh yeah,
Bully was another like
oh
GTA
yeah.
clone, but it was just spot on. Like they could have just like copy and pasta, but for a kid one, it was not in any way like bad. So rock solid, man, just rock solid for the pun, rock solid the whole way through. So
Rockstar
that's
definitely has hits.
yeah. So that was my questions. Next person.
Okay.
Good ones.
All right. Let's see, Dizzy. Is there any game that you are set on buying and beating with your daughter this year?
Buying and beating. When I played games with her on the Switch, like we never take turns. She just plays the game herself. I really just watch her play on Switch. But I do want to get that new Super Mario 3D with the Bowser.
Bowser
I
Fury.
think, yeah, Bowser Fury. I want to get her to play that because she loves the Super Mario. Well, any Mario related game for Switch. It could be Luigi. It's the Paper Mario. She plays them all. I don't think she's beaten anything, but you know, with between playing Minecraft on Switch, she plays Mario games, so she's getting far in Paper Mario right now. She's far in Luigi's Mansion. Odyssey, she's pretty far in that too. Like, I don't know if she's at the ends of these games. The only game I know that she's at the end of is Spyro, the Spyro Run for Spyro #1 for the Switch. She's at Nasty Nork, but she just got bored with it and she wants to play Minecraft instead. So she hasn't beat it, but I mean it's amazing to see a 7-year-old, and actually she was 6 when she was getting that game beat.
Well, that's
So
because you gave her her own personal blockbuster. What did you expect? She doesn't have to worry about I'm stuck with this game for the whole weekend.
exactly.
She's got a plethora to pick from. Dude, I love that people play games, especially retro, with their kids and get them into that. Because I feel that kids nowadays are missing out on something that was very important. It's the whole start of gaming. Like, the
Oh
games that
yeah.
are out now, that's not how games used to be. Like, there's something that's very loving about some of these old retro games that a lot of these kids will never experience. So her getting to play that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game you would say to play with her? Like, actual game to play with her that she wants you to play with.
It's always Super Mario's World.
It's always that.
Always, yeah.
They can't go wrong.
It's a classic.
And it's to me it's amazing to see her get better progressively from a 5-year-old to a 6-year-old to now. I was playing with her last week and she's able to get all the way to the castle. Like, before she couldn't even beat the level. We just have fun, her playing along, trying to get to the end but never getting there. now she's beating it. She knows how to use the controller, use her thumb right on the controller, and she's getting far. So we do co-op on that, play as Mario and Luigi, and it's just fun to get farther and farther with her. Right now, I think we're stuck at Lemmy's castle because that fireball comes up and down. But I have fun watching her play that because it's the castle. It's not the easiest. It's not easy at all. And she's running through it, and she's getting all the way to the end. And as a 6-year-old, she couldn't do it. Now I see her. She's growing up. She's getting smarter and smarter with her schoolwork, and she's able to get farther and farther in these games. And to me, I've always seen video games, especially the retro video games, as you know making the mind stronger, like using these puzzles and getting past these levels as a way to exercise the mind.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. They don't hold
that's
your
the
hand.
reason I've been doing that.
It definitely
So
helps with like something like ADHD, because my son, he has ADHD, and with the video game interaction, it calms him down, so he can focus. Like he focuses on the game, and it keeps his mind like level, and he's not sporadic. And like without that interaction with the games, you can see a difference in his tone and the way he acts. It's weird, but the video games help him. So
yeah, it does something. Yeah, I like them. Like I remember my daughter when she was about maybe 2 or 3 years old. I bought a Texas Instrument TI-99 A4 just because it had all these math games on it, and definitely I want to have her educated and getting smarter and smarter. So once I saw all the different subtraction, addition, mathematical games on the TI-99, I picked that up with a bunch of carts. And the educational games was always important to me. So like I said, she has the Lightspan Adventures, which was all elementary PlayStation 1 games. I got Grand Prix Math on 2600 she played. uh, Donkey Kong Math, I believe it was. And I don't just let her play the games all day. Like she has to work for it. She gets great grades in school. She passes all her tests, and that's the reason we allow her to play these games. So I don't want anybody to ever think we're just letting her play all day. She's definitely working for it, and her channel is not just a channel we're just gonna give to her. She has to get good tests. She has to stay doing good math work to keep this channel stuff up. So I'm glad I'm able to have fun as a parent with her, create a bond with her using retro video games, and at the same time she's able to learn new technology, typing skills, editing skills, and overall technology. And I think it's going to benefit her a lot as she gets older. And really, that's what the channel is all about. The stuff I do is just to promote her channel because I want her channel to grow as she grows.
Yeah, man, that's nice, man. My last question would be, since we're all also movie collectors here to a certain degree. I know Dan is, Chris is, I am. Linda, I believe you still have a bunch of movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got some Power Ranger VHS.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's not get on the Power Rangers talk.
I'm in the holograms. I have a ton of I have a complete
You have
Nightmare
Sailor
on Elm
Moon,
Street.
don't you? You have Sailor Moon
Sailor
on DVD?
Moon. On VHS too.
Ooh, nice.
Nah, you were streaming it today and you watched it later. Nice.
Yeah.
But as far as for movies, like, what is the ultimate thing you wish you could have in your movie collection? It could be anything. Like, if money wasn't an issue, what is the one thing you wish you could have in there? Is it a specific, like, player, or is it a specific, like, movie?
Man, I gotta think about that one.
I figured it'd be a little tough because it's a broad question.
Yeah, and I really have mostly everything I want. Man, let me think about it.
Well, one thing for me was I just added a laser active that I'm trying to fix. So that's laser disc that I'm trying to add to my movie collection.
Yeah, See, I wouldn't even start with Laserdisc. I seen it before, and I just think that's something that's gonna be hard to collect for. So I didn't even attempt to start for Laserdisc. Um, man, that is a good one.
Is there a box set maybe that you've
You know
always had
what?
your eyes on?
I got two answers. I'm gonna say first off, one of them would be the complete Laurel and Hardy VHS collection, like every single movie they've ever made, the old black and white movies, Laurel and Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do collect for those, but I don't have every single one, and some of them are hard to find. I'd say that, and I would also say the George Carlin comedy collection, all his stand up comedies on one DVD or one Blu-ray.
Those are great answers. Awesome. But yeah, that was my last question.
All right, Dan.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you more questions about Melody if you don't mind, because
Sure.
I have a daughter the same age. Close
Oh,
to
nice.
Yeah. So, but I find that fascinating because my daughter is not a gamer. She has no interest whatsoever. So, I'm curious. How did you get her interested in video games? You said as you did it. She was into them as since 2 years old, which I think that's crazy. Like that's amazing. So, like, how'd you do it? What's your secret?
Basically, somewhat like I was saying earlier, it was always about the education. So in my mind, I always saw retro video games. The NES controller with just two buttons and the arrows. I was thinking that would, if she was able to learn that, it'd be a lot easy for her to learn typing on a laptop. So yeah, 2 years old. I'd always come home from work. I'd play a little bit of Super Mario. My wife would watch me, and every now and then I just let her get the controller. Like any little kid, she'd see pressing the button would do something on the TV, and it just started from there. She just move the arrows, jump a little bit. But like I said, every day I'd come home from work, play some Super Mario. So little by little, she'd want the controller. She'd want to be playing. She'd want to be pressing the buttons, make the character jump. So it started from that, and I just always thought that it would help her later on in life, with typing, and that was the main thing. If she's able to use this controller, she's gonna be able to type, easily when she gets older. And we've done that, progressively. As I believe 5 years old, I put an app on her laptop and she started learning. And right now, with the pandemic, she's doing the school from home. So she's doing it now. She's already typing. She's on the laptop all day at school. So she knows what she's doing. I'd say she's got it. She knows how to use the laptop. She doesn't really need help. It's kind of weird to see 3 7-year-olds FaceTiming each other on the laptop like they're doing nowadays. We never did that as kids.
No.
But that's just something I got to get used to, because it's the future. There's no way to slow the future down. So I see my daughter as the future.
Well, it's not only the
stuff.
future with that, but it's also because of the time we're living in right now with the pandemic. If we
Yeah,
weren't living like
exactly.
this,
Everybody's
kids
at
will be
home.
outside, and they can do their outside thing. But with this world that we're living in now, you kind of have no
Yeah.
choice but to get together on FaceTime or something like that.
Exactly. That's why it's not like if it was any other time, we'd be like, no, get off of that. Don't be on the
Right.
laptop all day. But this the time we're living in. So, you just gotta let them, learn as they go. Learn these laptops. Learn the technology, and hopefully this just gives her a jump start in work or life later on. Using the laptop and learning all this fun stuff, editing. And she's saying she's saying she wants to learn editing now. So I'm gonna buy her maybe a couple things to make her start drawing little thumbnails and stuff she wants to do. But to answer the question, I kind of went off topic, but yeah, it was all about just having her play educational games. Because I started off with the Sesame Street. All the Sesame Street games I got her for the NES, and she would play those. Uh, I actually think that's what it was. She started off with those two. She would play Mario now and then, just pressing the buttons. But when she really started playing games, it was the it was the Sesame Street games for NES. There was like a Ernie's, ABCs, and she would play those games, and she would get the answers right. So from there, I just had her, keep playing those games as I, helped her learn how to read, teaching her how to read. And at 4 years old, she was already reading words and sentences. So, I kind of did this all at the same time, played games with her, kept her educated, helped her learn reading, and, you know, it's basically what I'm just basically being a dad, I say. It's just natural instinct as a parent, try to be the best dad I can be. So we have fun together, we create a bond, and she stays educated at the same time. So I'm having fun.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, I think I love the fact that she's into retro games and the old consoles. I mean, my complaint about kids these days is that they tend to gravitate towards more like iPhone and touch games and does is she into anything like that as well?
Well, she's in the Roblox, but one thing I always wanted was I didn't. Again, we can't stop it, but I didn't want to see her on the phone too much, just having the phone in front of her. So I always wanted her on a console. She has a big TV, and she has basically all the consoles. So it's like if you want to play a game, you have all these consoles. Pick one of the consoles and play. But she does play Roblox on the phone, and that Among Us everybody's playing right now. So she plays that with her cousins and my wife and her aunt. So they play Among Us as a family. So there's nothing wrong with that. I'd say the retro games are not easy at all. So that's probably why the young kids don't want to play them, just because they're too hard. They want something that they can get far and not struggle on playing. And I was amazed the first time I saw my daughter play Castlevania, and I think a lot of people were amazed because she never gave up. She just wanted to keep going, even when she died. You know, let me start over. Let me start over until I get to the end. And I'm glad she doesn't give up. That's something she can keep with her for later on in life. If things get hard, something you might struggle at something, but keep going at it, and eventually, you'll beat it and you'll win. So I'm glad she's doing that retro gaming because it's not easy, but she's not giving up, and that's the fun part about it when I watch her.
Yeah. Um, and what are your plans as she gets older about like filtering any content? Like, are you gonna let her play mature games eventually? I mean, and Chris, you can comment too because you have young kids as well, and I worry about that with my daughter. Like, how are you gonna handle as she gets older, and playing more mature games?
We talk about GTA when we played it when we were younger.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. I was in middle school and I shouldn't have been playing that. To be honest with you, I feel like if she's 13, 14 years old, there'll be certain games that I'll let her start playing. It's not gonna be GTA. She's probably gonna have to go behind my back like we did, go behind our parents' back and play that.
Sneaky.
But I am not gonna want. Yeah, I'm not gonna like that. But there's games like Tomb Raider that she's probably gonna want to play as like a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, and I I don't know about Switch games because the more mature games for Switch or like PlayStation 5 is stuff like GTA 5 that I'm probably not gonna want her to be into, and I'm not gonna want her to see until she's old enough. Uh, but for the most part, right now, we always are watching what she's playing, and we buy the games for her. So there's not much games that she can play behind our back. Even when she's playing Roblox, we're usually right next to her as she's playing. Even Among Us, we're usually right there. Like I said, my wife plays with her, so we supervise. But when she hits that age, maybe 12 or 13, she's probably gonna want to get more into the teenage games, and I'll probably be right there next to her playing them with her. So we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
For me, with kids being a certain age playing games, my son, he is already at that age. He's old enough to be playing mature games, really. My daughter doesn't really show much interest in games, but she started to recently. She has a Switch now, and she's playing Animal Crossing. So she's starting to get into a little bit of gameplay. She's more of a dancer. She loves dancing, so she's not so much of a gamer. But my son probably started playing mature games when he was probably 12. And
Yeah, he's a boy though, so it's a little different with the boy.
it
You
wasn't.
can let him play whatever.
Yeah, but there's still guidelines, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
there's
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
that I don't want him seeing right away. It wasn't anything
Yeah.
crazy when he was 12, though. He was playing like Rainbow Six Siege or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong
Yeah, you're
with
not
that.
taking somebody in a back alley in
Right.
that game. You know? I
But
mean,
now that he's older, I let him play. He could play whatever he wants, basically. Now, I don't say, oh, you can't play that because that's like gory or whatever like that. No. My daughter, though, she's younger. I'm not going to let her play anything too crazy.
You never know, too. It might not be her cup of tea playing Grand Theft Auto. That might not be a game that she's really into. So you might not even have to really worry about that many kind of like bad, mature games.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
we-
really want her playing a Mortal Kombat 11 either, though.
No. But that like, basically because you buy her certain games, I can see her sticking to a certain style of game. Yeah, she might turn into an RPG like her and want to play something along those lines, but there's a lot of games that people don't like that we love, and vice versa. So you never know.
That's true. I say
Uh,
there's nothing wrong with ET 2600.
If you have the instruction manual.
If you have the instructions, that's right. That's all you need.
Yeah.
If you have that,
I
it's a
don't
great
have the
game.
instructions.
I don't either. I have to look
That's
them
what
up.
the internet's for.
Yeah, exactly. Just look them up online.
Just a couple more questions. Like, what about conventions and shows? Do you do those, and is that something you would be interested in taking your daughter to in the future?
If everything wasn't crazy like now, definitely. Definitely. I'd actually probably be outside of the convention with a video game set up right there with the Super Nintendo, letting everybody see her play Super Nintendo and get far. Because a lot of people don't even believe it. I was telling Linda one time when I'm on stream with her, I have to unplug the second controller because I don't want people to think that I'm playing for her. Like they're amazed to see her get far and by herself. Like even on Spyro, like we have the Spyro collection on PlayStation 1, but she's played it on Switch and she's gotten to the end all by herself. Like no help from me at all. And when I was her, I was 11 years old and I never got to Nasty Nork. I never got as far as she did at 11 years old, and I literally played that game on PlayStation 1 all through summer, and every night, every chance I had to play the game, I would play it, and I never got as far as her. So, and she plays it every now and then, and she's at Nasty Nork. She's at the last level. So, it's just amazing, and I'm glad to watch her. You know, we share that experience together. We bond together, and whenever she wants to play the game, she always comes and gets me. She wants me to play there right there with her, and it's not. I don't want people to think that it's anything I'm ever forcing her to do. She wants to do the streams. You know, That's why it's just random days. She'll come at me. You know, are we gonna do a stream tonight? Are we gonna do one tomorrow? She picks the games, and you know, we don't win all the time, but you know, we just have fun.
Nice. Yeah, that is a good idea to have her put her skills on display during a show. I think that generated a pretty good audience.
Yeah, I kind of went off topic and I forgot the question. But yeah, I definitely would.
Conventions.
I would love to take her to conventions. You know, if it wasn't crazy like right now, and we had some going on close by, definitely. I think that'd be a good way to get her name out there. People seeing her skills would make people with kids want to watch her. I want to get a lot more kid subscribers on her channel around her age. So yeah, I just think that not enough people know that there's kids out there playing retro. If they did, they probably have their kids watching it because it's fun just to watch it. Looking at Mario, anybody playing classic Mario, the gameplay is always gonna look amazing. The graphics is always amazing, and you're just gonna have fun just looking at the gameplay.
Right, my last question. Since you mentioned you're a big movie fan, and Bones mentioned I am too, and we've talked about this in the past. So, what do you think is what's your favorite, or what do you think is the best video game movie?
Video game movie, wow.
Movie based on a video game, or
Mm.
we've had several podcasts about this.
I gotta think about that one.
Mario Bros.
That's what I was about to say. Does Mario Brothers count?
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's your opinion. It's not our opinion.
To be honest with you, I don't have a problem with that movie, and the reason is because when it came out, we rented that movie. I didn't see it at the theater, but we probably had to wait a couple weeks when it first came out because everybody was renting that movie. Like at the time, everybody wanted to see that movie, and I saw it, and to me, it's a great '90s movie. I like the actors in it. It had nothing to do, and I actually made a joke one time. I said, "You'll enjoy Super Mario Brothers the movie if you just take away the fact that it's a Mario Brothers movie. The rest of it's fun. Just take Mario Brothers out of the movie, and you'll enjoy the movie." But I'm just kidding with that. I like the movie.
Hey, I like the
good
movie too,
scenes.
and with Mario Brothers in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't have to take them out.
There's nothing wrong with the movie. I think people they wanted a lot more than they got from the movie. But it was the first movie like that based on a game, so it was all experimentation. They probably didn't know what they were doing. But
They
hey,
should have
it's a
talked to the
fun movie to
gamers.
this day. And you look at it, it has a practical effects with the dinosaurs, and that's always fun to look at too. So I like the movie. I'd say that's the movie right there.
Nice.
That's the game based on a movie right there.
Well, thanks a lot. That's all I had. Thanks.
All right.
Nice.
So we're gonna finish out the podcast with game of the month. Bones, what's your game of the month?
I'm going to pick a game that I just recently purchased, and that's going to be Destroy All Humans Big Willy Unleashed for the Wii.
Classic.
Dan, game of the month.
I'm gonna go with a game that a friend of mine just recommended that I download, and that's Cyber Shadow. It's like a Ninja Gaiden type retro side-scrolling ninja game. So I downloaded it for the Switch, actually.
Linda, game of the month.
A game I just recently purchased that I have really digged, and that's Phasmophobia. PC.
Nice.
Dizzy, game of the month.
My game of the month, I'm gonna say, is Back to the Future, the game for PlayStation 3. It is actually literally the only PlayStation 3 game that I do have. I don't even have a PlayStation 3. Just for the fact that it's Back to the Future, I have it. Hopefully one day I'll play it, but if not, just the box looks good alone.
Nice.
That's my game of the month.
And mine is a game that we were supposed to play on Friday night, but we never got around to it. Fall Guys.
I almost picked that one too, Chris.
Did you really? I thought either you or Bones would say it.
Too.
Okay, that's the end of the podcast. I would like to thank all you for joining me once again, and thank you, Dizzy, for coming in as a guest.
Chris, thank you for this opportunity. Linda, thank you for being a great friend and always helping with everything. And Dan and Bones, thank you guys so much. I'll be checking out your Instagram and YouTube channels and subscribing to them.
No, thanks, brother. I had a great time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, me too. So much
Awesome.
fun.
Okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, don't blow, just leave.
Bye,
Leave
Internet.
it.
Have a
See ya.
good one. Peace.
Peace.